What is up, Rocket Nation? Hello, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let's play some Assassin's Creed Shadows. In the last episode, we really got to know Yusuke as a character. We found the origin story for his name. We also got to watch his transformation from nothing more than a slave when he first set foot in Japan to a full-fledged samurai that you see before you today. A really cool quest line. As always, if you guys ever do want to get caught up, that was episode number 10. It can be found right down below. There is a link in the description that will give you the full playlist. So feel free to go and get caught up and then come back and then join us for this episode. Today, though, we're going to be sort of continuing the trend of the Yusuke quest line. And we're going to be doing one called The Lady of Whispers. This says, an old and enigmatic confidant holds connections that may help in the fight against Yusuke's enemies. Meet Lady Nene. I'm going to go ahead and mark that as our main quest. We're going to start there today, but before we do start, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all your love and support across the entire walkthrough. All of your guys' likes and comments make a world of difference. This gentleman, his name is Chan, would like to thank you as well. Thank you, Chan. But if you guys do like today's video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and also don't forget to click that little bell notification icon so that you guys can be notified when the next episode goes live. I'm going to start heading down to meet Lady Nene, and I will meet you guys when we get there. All right, and we have arrived at the Lady of Whispers questline, and if you actually look down here where the quest takes place, you can see that there is some enemies that we're going to have to contend with as soon as we start this quest. So there's about 8 enemies down there. 2 of them are going to be using teppos, which are essentially the muskets, so more ranged combat. One of them is going to be an elite, and the others are mostly rank and file enemies, but they can be hard to deal with as they start to stack up on you one after another. So we don't really have the tool set that we have with Naue. She has smoke bombs, she has kunai, she has all these things at her disposal. We really just have us as Yusuke. Well, that is unless we make use of our ally system. So if we actually hold down on the left trigger, you'll see that it says in the lower right hand corner, we can press Y and it shows a picture of Yaya. We're going to call in Yaya in this fight. We're going to use her more as a diversion to sort of break up all the enemies. And she should, whenever she attacks, knock enemies down and actually make them unconscious. And then you can do ground attacks to actually finish those guys off pretty easily. So we're going to be calling Yaya in on this fight. Other than that, the key to this fight is really going to be to get your perfect blocks, your perfect dodges, and make enemies vulnerable. If you really want to be able to defeat enemies, making them vulnerable and then doing your posture attacks is going to be the best way to eliminate them quickly. And obviously, anytime that you have a skill on cooldown, make use of it. Don't hold them for a specific time. Make use of them as much as possible. Almost on a cooldown. As soon as they're off a cooldown, use it again. So let's go down there and actually see how this fight pans out. I'm going to call in Yaya on the guys with the teppos in the back, and then we'll proceed from there. So wish me luck.
No sign of Hideyoshi. Keep looking!
I need to find Lady Nene before these are catching dogs.
They must be hiding.
And there it is. That actually went over pretty well. I got hit a couple of times during that fight, but you can see just how the enemies stacking up on you can kind of become overwhelming at times. All right, so let's go and talk to the young lady here.
Are you hurt?
I don't think so. Thank you, Suyasuke.
These men were looking for Lord Hideyoshi and Lady Nene. Do you know if Lady Nene is safe?
Yes, she is nearby. I will take her to Sokenji Temple. Meet us there.
Thank you, I will.
Okay, so we're actually going to go and meet at Sokenji Temple Lady Nene. But I do want to point out really quickly that these enemies that Yaya actually she knocks down, they become unconscious. All you can do is go up and just hit RB, and you can actually get a ground attack on them and pretty much eliminate them. So because we leave no witnesses, let's eliminate them. And then I'm going to start making my way up here to the tower, and I will meet you guys once we get there.
My father lived here, and his father before him. I am not leaving.
If we don't move with the times, we'll be as dead as they are. The Akechi will return in force.
But where is there to go? Wakasa is the den of pirates and thieves.
The years of peace have come and gone. Say what you will about Lord Nobunaga, but he was decisive. How quickly Iga fell. Now look at these Akechi pretenders outside the walls. They cannot even finish what they started.
I am close to Sokenji, where I learned what it truly means to take up the sword.
I did not expect to see battles so soon. I was 5 days training enough to prepare us.
Let those Akechi dogs come. I'll shoot them dead.
Not if they shoot you first.
That is the place.
Ah, Diogo. You have arrived.
Greetings, Lady Nene. I was sent to see you by Nobutsuna-sensei, though I am not sure why.
Indeed. Come with me, so that you may learn the fine art of calligraphy as it is done in this land.
As you wish, my lady.
I take it the training with Nobutsuna-sensei has been challenging.
I cannot touch him. He just beats me to the mat. He must think I am unfit to hold a sword, so he has sent me to wield a brush instead.
What did he say to you?
I was reacting, not responding. Like a man lashing out at his own shadow, unsure of whom he is.
And are you? Since the days of the Heian emperors, the sons and daughters of great nobility have received instruction in calligraphy. Diogo, you must know that you are sent here not for chastisement, but for contemplation. There are tenets that Nobutsuna-sensei cleaves to, virtues that dictate what it means for one to walk the way of the warrior, to take up the sword. The sword and the brush are but expressions of the self, and the self may yet be molded by the sharpening of either. Let us begin. Observe how the stroke is placed. The line does not seek to overpower the space. It prays within it, shows its fluidity and depth because of it. That is how the character gains form and balance. And Baras is everything.
As in the martial arts.
Yes. And beyond them, the balance of one's stroke comes from the knowing of one's place.
What is my place in all of this?
Take up the brush, right from the heart, and you shall see. Benevolence, righteousness, courtesy, wisdom, integrity, and courage.
To keep fighting. Even when afraid. These virtues. This is the way of the warrior then. This is what Nobutsuna-sensei would have me become.
Diogo, it is who you already are. The Oda clan asks no more of you than what it has seen in you from the start. Do you understand? You were a quick study in those days.
Lady Nene, it is good you are safe.
I hoped you would come, Samurai.
You must know about Lord Nobunaga.
Yes, I was sorry to hear of our lord's death.
Those behind his betrayal will pay dearly. Mitsuhide must die.
Yes, but he did not act alone.
You know of the Shimbakufu?
In a room of gossiping men, there is much an overlooked woman can learn.
The same was true for a slave among Christians.
You have overcome much, Yasuke. But your lord is dead, and your enemies are many.
I too am not alone. I have allies, those loyal to the Oda clan and others.
Indeed. My spies tell me you travel with a young Igan woman named Naoe. Do you trust her?
I must. You told me to have courage, Lady Nene. I cling to that.
Then count me as one more ally. But the Shimbakufu will come for us, and I fear my husband will be their next target.
Where can I find Lord Hideyoshi?
He gathers allies at Himeji Castle.
I will go to him.
One more thing. I have a contact named Aoi in Otsu. She reports that our enemies are active there as well. I will tell her to expect you and this Naoe.
Thank you, Lady Nene. We will find your contact in Otsu. Please, keep yourself safe.
Until we meet again, have courage, Yasuke.
And our circle of allies gets just a little bit bigger as we have now completed the Lady of Whispers quest line. We have multiple quests that have actually been added. The next one that we are actually going to do is quite close to us right now as we get a beautiful look. Wow, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Such a great looking game. But the next quest that we're going to be going and doing is going to be just up above us here in the north. It is going to be Lord of Azuchi. It said Yasuke must continue his samurai education and serve Lord Nobunaga as he prepares for battle. Reach Oda's Keep. That is where we're going to be heading next. I am going to go ahead and head up there. I will bring you guys back once we arrive.
Lord Nobunaga Samurai. Has he returned to help us reclaim Azuchi for the Oda?
Keep your voice down, fool. Do you want the whole Ekechi army to hear us?
All right, and we have now arrived at the Lord of Azuchi quest line. This is going to be just inside here. This is Oda's Keep.
Greetings, sir. Pass right through.
And you can see that there's still a whole lot of respect that is shown to Yasuke. Everybody does remember him. It's not like he's completely forgotten.
Something feels wrong.
Pick up the pace.
Did the
before
glory of
the
Azuchi
Azuchi
die
return.
with Lord Nobunaga?
Lord Nagahide may be a patient man, but it does not mean you can test his limits.
And if you pay attention to a lot of the dialogue that happens as we walk through here, that you can tell there's a lot that has changed. As a matter of fact, I believe Yusuke will even say something about how much has changed since Lord Nobunaga was in charge.
This bathtub, it's so heavy. Careful.
Lord Nobunaga has had that one for a long time. It has seen many movies.
Azuchi is not the same with Lord Nobunaga gone. But the Oda clan name still holds power.
Yasuke, it is an honor to have you back at Azuchi.
Lord Nagahide, it has been too long.
The children here will be beside themselves. They still play Yasuke and the Samurai. It is their favorite game.
I hope I still win.
You overcome hundreds daily, I assure you. But you have not come this far to talk about children.
I must find what is left of Lord Nobunaga's trusted allies. Like Lord Ieyasu. Oh, I thought perhaps Mori Ranmaru had come back to Azuchi after Honoji.
Yes, he is here. I will take you to him.
So in case you don't realize, just to make sure everyone is clear, every time it fades to white, that is essentially you going back in time to a memory.
I present the samurai, Yasuke.
Of course, Yasuke. It is my honor to escort you to Lord Nobunaga.
The honor is mine, Mori Ranmaru.
We will need to go up.
Take that!
You got me.
Last Nobutsunane's teaching!
What? I'm dead.
I am Yasuke!
Please, follow me. Get that heat going, but not too much. You know how Lord Nobunaga likes his bathwater.
A bathtub in the Tenshu, all places. Why not his own private residence?
Up here. Whatever others do, our Lord does otherwise. And whatever our Lord orders, we obey.
Oh, what a day. My muscles can't wait for a nice, long rest.
Note the elegant perfection.
Don't forget about the sake. Ooh, sake. Brewed from the invigorating waters of Lake Biwa.
Lord Nobunaga spends time contemplating these paintings when he needs inspiration.
Oh, these artifacts. This collection is so vast. So many treasures.
This teppo almost took Lord Nobunaga's life. He decorated it to remind himself of the fleeting nature of existence. The mighty Oda clan Wakizashi used to take many heads. Enter the room when you are ready, Yasuke. Lord Nobunaga awaits.
My newest samurai. Welcome to Azuchi, Yasuke. Rise, Yasuke. Tell me, why choose that name?
A child told me of a Yasuke remembered for his courage and integrity. The name is a reminder that I must live a life worthy of such remembrance.
A name that embodies your commitment to your life in this land. I like it. They say, Yasuke, that I am a generous man. I am not. They say it because I reward valor and loyalty over birthright and clan ties. That is why you are here.
Thank you, my lord.
You also have something else my vassals and allies lack. Although you are not one of them, you know the ways of these Jesuits intimately.
True. I have spent more time among them than I would have chosen.
You implied your former master, Valegnano, is cruel. But beyond that cruelty, there is strength enough to command the loyalty of his people.
My belief is that he has succeeded where his predecessor failed. He did manage to get an audience with you, my lord.
Still, you hated Valegnano, that much I could see. But why? Who are these people, really? Speak openly. Do they serve themselves? Or their god?
Many are honest believers. Some are good men. But the cross prize opened the door so that the sword may follow.
Interesting. And why worship a defeated man as a god? Tell me, what do you know about these priests they send?
They ask us to kneel before their god, yet in truth we kneel before them. That is no accident.
You are right, Yasuke. I see it in them. We all want to expand. We all want control. But my purpose is not plunder. My armies bring war, yes, but it is so that peace may follow. There is much we will learn from each other, Yasuke. This is just the beginning.
I really do feel like Oda Nobunaga is not the bad guy in this. There's something about him that I feel like he deserves a bit of respect. And yeah, I don't know. It just seems like he's got a bad rap at this point. Of course, as Naoe, you're seeing it from a jaded point of view. She's the one being conquered, but it does seem like he has the best interest of Japan at heart.
Ieyasu, let us see how my newest samurai handles a teppo.
The Portuguese call it an akibas.
Yes, and we learned from them. See the smooth barrel and handcrafted trigger. Made by craftsmen in Nagahama.
An impressive copy.
More than a copy. We have improved it. With 1,000 such weapons at Nagashino, my Ashigaru broke the Takeda cavalry charge. A great victory that also left me empty. Enemies or not, those noble warriors were cut down like harvest wheat. Volley after volley, as the men and horses screamed in the rain.
We must take every advantage to achieve your vision for this land.
Wise words. The future is certain. My victory will be wrought with black powder and gun smoke.
Take a shot, Yasuke. Show us what kind of marksman you are.
It kicks like a warhorse. Steady yourself, Yasuke.
And we are put in control of the Teppo.
Well done, samurai. Well done, samurai.
What is wrong with him?
It's an ambush! Protect Lord Nobunaga! It's an attack!
And not too hard of a fight that's going to be coming up. You can fight this fight with the Teppo if you would like. But as you can see, these enemies do not pose much of a challenge.
Who were those shinobi?
No trace of which clan these may have come from, my lord. How could this happen in the very heart of Azuchi?
Ieyasu, summon my generals.
Yes, my lord.
Shinobi within our walls and still no sign of Hideyoshi.
While we drink and debate, he is securing our lord's victory, Mitsuhide.
How dare you! My lord, we have serious affairs to address.
We do?
But can't we talk matters of strategy and war before this foreigner?
Yasuke is a loyal samurai of the Oda clan, and an invaluable advisor.
Advisor?
He has an outsider's perspective. We may benefit from his insights. I will hear no more about it.
Is that Beisho Nagaharu?
A traitor who has been a thorn in my side for years.
We starved them out. In exchange for his followers' lives, he gave up his own. Harima is yours, Lord Nobunaga.
Well done, Hideyoshi. Well done.
That is strategy, Mitsuhide. You should be more strategic, like Hideyoshi. And humble, too, like Yasuke. The Ikko-Ikki monks at Honganji lie defeated, and now Nagaharu's head is mine.
This land will soon be unified by my vision. What clans remain cannot stand against us. They will join us, or die.
There is still the Iga problem.
No, they suffered heavy losses against my army. We showed them the power of the Oda clan.
They pushed us back and defeated your army. They used their victory over the Oda clan to rally support.
I would have let those hill peasants alone if my idiot son had not felt the need to prove himself.
Now the task is half done, and the problem is worse than if you had done nothing at all.
Our spies say the assassins who attacked us may have been Iga.
I fear no assassins.
Our spies also say they rally behind a leader with a mysterious blade on his wrist.
We should attack now before they can prepare. Full frontal assault.
Attack now, yes, but maneuver cleverly so we approach where they do not expect.
No. We should show patience to better understand our enemy's movements.
Even now, the Egans will remain weakened. I think
you have thought enough. Yasuke, what is your counsel on this Iga problem?
Lord Mitsuhide is right. We should try to outflank our enemy and catch them by surprise.
It is the best move.
While I consider our options, we drink to Hideyoshi and his victory.
I have made my choice. We ride for Iga tomorrow, at dawn.
It is war, then.
We will go the long way around, and attack them where they won't expect us. As you advised.
I did not expect you to heed my words.
Your words have the power to move armies, Yasuke.
I see.
Pack your things and get some rest. Tomorrow, we go to war.
Farewell, Yasuke. Here. Courage for the battles to come.
I will keep this close. My thanks, Lady Nene.
Keep yourself safe.
You do the same.
My brother wanted you to have something.
I can't. Many thanks, Lady Witch.
For those that don't know, that was Oda Nobunaga's sister delivering us a trusty steed. He's got away with the ladies, there's no doubt about it.
Samurai?
Yasuke, we must punish the peasants of Iga and remind them of their place in these lands.
I am ready, my lord.
Good. Show me that same fire as you ride the enemy down.
I thought he had made it out of Honnoji.
He did. Once he had seen the others to safety, he returned. The temple was already gone. He sat down on the steps and performed seppuku.
Faithful Ranmaru. He tore him in half to leave. He would not have if Lord Nobunaga had not commanded him.
Akechi Mitsuhide has much to answer for.
He will be made to answer.
What will you do now?
Lord Ieyasu remains loyal.
Last I heard, he had gone to Yamashiro.
Then I will go to Yamashiro and convince him to join me. And you?
There has been some trouble recently at my home in Wakasa. I will go and see what can be done.
Some troubles are worse than others. Be careful, my friend.
All right, so we have now completed the Lords of Azuchi questline. Multiple quests have been delivered to us, but I do want to point out that, you know, there's when you get to these big, huge story beats, there's so much that is revealed in them and so much that happens. It's kind of hard to, at the end, pick out one thing, but one thing that does always stand out to me is whenever the hidden blades are brought up, Yusuke always has a look in his eye. He clearly recognizes the hidden blade. And that always intrigues me because he had to have recognized them from before he ever got to Japan. But right now, there's a couple of things that I want to take care of before we move on to our next quest. Number one is going to be, there is a viewpoint right behind us. And also right by us, there is also, just down to the south of us, there is Sokenji Temple. This is actually a viewpoint that we unlocked at the very end of the last episode. So, number one thing I'm going to go do is I'm going to switch over to Naue right now, because as Yusuke, you're just too heavy. He cannot climb the actual pagodas. So I'm going to hold down X, switch over to Naue, and then I'm going to make my way to the top of this tower. And then I will meet you guys down at Sokenji Temple. I will show you guys where those lost scrolls are at, and then we'll proceed to the next quest. So I'll see you guys in just a second.
Better to keep out of sight.
All right, and I have arrived at our next temple, our next opportunity for a knowledge point. Unfortunately, I arrived at the same time as monsoon season. Actually, the lighting here is really, really cool. But I'll actually show you where this is at on the map. So, of course, in the last episode, we actually got the Sokenji Pagoda viewpoint. So it's actually going to be right at the base of that. It is right there. And if we come in through this direction, you can look to the right, and our first lost page is going to be back here. And then our second lost page is going to be right at the base of the pagoda that we climbed in the last episode, which is right there. And there it is. Sokenji Temple completed, another knowledge point. And that puts us 9 points away. We're kind of saving up our mastery points, in case you've been wondering. We're saving up our mastery points right now because there's a certain assassination skill that is going to require 4 points. Right now we're at 3. We will have the 4 very shortly. And then that's kind of going to turn the tables when it comes to being able to assassinate targets, especially the large enemies. Spoiler alert. But before we go any further, the next thing that we're going to go and do is actually unlock a Koga-ryu. So if you zoom in all the way, we're going to put a marker right there. It's just to the south of us there. And we're going to go unlock a Koga-ryu because we did have a season change at the end of last episode, which means we have new contracts that we can go grab. So we're going to go down there. We're going to grab that Koga-ryu. We're going to unlock it. And we're going to accept all the contracts there before we move on. So I'm going to go ahead and head down there. I will meet you guys at the next Koga-ryu.
Azuchi Castle is impressive. But what did it cost in lives and blood?
Okay, and we have made it down here into Lower Azuchi, and this is the map marker that we actually placed. And if we take a right at this road and follow this moat along the road here, you'll see it come up at the top of the screen that a Koga-ryu has been discovered. This is Azuchi Koga-ryu. And it's going to be the second building up here on our right, the small one. And in order to activate this Koga-ryu, we're going to have to, of course, go into the map, hold down the A button, spend 800 didgeridoos, and now we can actually come in here and accept some contracts. And that's the reason why we're here. We want to make sure that we're getting as many contracts as possible. It's going to be the same contracts that we've been seeing: assassinate leader, destroy cargo, liberate cargo, all the same ones that we've been seeing. But now we've essentially got 3 different areas that we can grab contracts from. So the first one is actually going to be, of course, Zumisetsu, where we started. Then we also visited Yamashiro. Now, we should probably buy one of these Koga-ryus, and I probably will do that at some point today before the next season changeover. And then, of course, we have Omi, too, now. So 3 contracts in Omi. Now, I would urge against going to Iga. You can go here and accept these contracts. But the enemies that you're going to fight for these contracts are going to be quite difficult. Not impossible to defeat, but probably more not really worth the time that you're going to invest in it. And I feel like I should note, too, that even though this is a level 23 area, you're going to have some opponents that appear there that are 24 and even up to 25 as well. So I would urge against that. Now, I do want to reiterate once again how important these contracts are. These are a huge part of Assassin's Creed Shadows. These are what is going to keep you on level for missions that are going to be coming up here in the future. So make sure that anytime that these are available, go around. That's 9 missions now that we can do every single season. Get those missions in, if at all humanly possible. So right now I have 3 that are available in the Omi territory. We are going to go do those, and then we have another mission that we're going to do right after that. But there is actually a side quest right by us, and I do believe we're getting approached by none other than a Ronin right now as well. So if I exit the menu here, I do believe, yeah, there's a Ronin coming down the road right now. The easiest way to defeat a Ronin is actually just go up and sneak attack them. You can assassinate them pretty quickly. But obviously, this guy's seen us before we could do that. I'm actually going to back off, create a little bit of room here. We'll get him off balance. Get in a nice posture attack. Charge up. A nice katana kill.
This one was carrying a letter. So we're being hunted by Mitsuhide's Ronin, are we? I'll keep watch for them.
So if we actually loot the Ronin, we did get some good stuff off of him, but you also seen that we looted a scroll. And if you go into your menu in your inventory and go to the bag, you can actually read a lot of these things that you get in the world as well. And you can see a bounty on their heads. This letter from Mitsuhide's forces offers a reward to any Ronin that hunts down Naue, Yasuke, and their league. So you got to be aware that now the Ronin are looking for you, but you should have already been looking for the Ronin at this point, because there's no better way to make a good 600 mon, 700 mon, even all the way up to 1500, 2000 mon if you kill the right Ronin in the right time. So these guys will just be wandering around. You can recognize them by their hat. And then, yeah, that's, make sure you're always taking them out. So now I do want to actually come over here. We're going to grab a little side quest that's available to us. We'll just round the corner here, walk in, and I'll let this all play out, and you guys can see what's going on with this side quest.
You, young miss, would you help a weeping widow?
What seems to be the trouble?
I am Kyogoku Maria, widow of the great General Lord Takayoshi.
I have not met many Marias in my time.
My husband and I became Christians last year, but he died. Even worse, Lord Nobunaga also died. He was the only one who could keep the peace. Now lawless soldiers are ravaging beautiful Omi, despoiling the province and robbing the peasants.
It is the same across these many provinces. The warlords fight and the people suffer needlessly.
I pray for their raids to end, but so far it's not working. You, on the other hand...
This is what my allies and I fight for. Peace across the land. We'll put an end to the lawlessness in Omi.
So if we actually open up the objective board now, we will see the people of Omi. Someone has been added to this. Of course, we already know and have already been introduced to Nobutsuna Sensei. He has a quest for us. And then also Kuma has a quest for us as well. But a new one has been added in here. And this is Maria. And Maria, this is going to be another one of them quests that we're sort of going to be doing as we're making our way around Omi anyways. And all it is you have to kill a certain number of Akechi clan warriors. So it starts out with 25, 50, and then 100. It is the sort of harkens back to the People of Setsu quest for the Worried Farmer, which we do have the final one of those still outstanding. And we've only killed 73 bandits in Setsu. Kind of haven't spent a whole lot of time in Setsu. So something that we can just be doing along the way. For right now, though, we are going to go and head out. And we have all kinds of contracts that we got to get done. 3 contracts. And then I'm going to bring you guys back for an amazing magical evening in Otsu. That'll be a quest that we're going to be doing. I do believe we're going to have some dialogue as we leave here, too, though.
These rogue soldiers are plaguing Omi. We will put an end to them.
All right. All right, I'm going to start heading towards our contracts, and I will meet you guys for an amazing evening in Otsu.
Oh.
All right, welcome back, everybody. And as we have just completed our first contract, which was just over our right-hand shoulder, over our left-hand shoulder, we have another Sumi-e that's available. So let's go ahead and make our way down here, see what this Sumi-e is.
I see you. I need to be quiet. Perfect spot.
There it is, another Sumi-e, the Graceful Gray Heron. We got our rare wall decoration, 500 XP. And now I'm going to start heading to the next contract. I'll see you guys when we get back.
That was close.
Am I under attack?
All right, welcome back, everybody. And I have now completed all of the contracts that we had accepted. And now we've arrived at an opportunity for us to do another one of, or to earn another knowledge point. So right now we stand at 9 knowledge points that we need in order to get to knowledge rank number 4. And up here at this temple, I believe it's called Miidera, according to Google. And we're going to have to get 3 lost pages here in Miidera. So the first one's actually going to be located up at the top of these stairs to the right-hand side. Let's go ahead and hop off. There's some beautiful music being played in here as well. It's Japanese hip-hop. But our first of the 3 lost pages is actually going to be right over here by this pond. So we'll go ahead and grab this one. The second of the lost pages is actually going to be up here on the top of this pagoda. We'll go grab that one next. And we'll use our grappling hook to get up here. And while it looks like this is going to be a viewpoint, it's actually not a viewpoint. And then our final one is going to be located just across the way over there. We'll make our way down. We'll use our grappling hook to get up over here. There is going to be a side quest here, but we're not actually going to be doing that side quest today. And there is our final one of our lost pages. We're going to get ourselves another knowledge point. So now we're at 8 knowledge points until we reach knowledge rank number 4. And also 500 XP. And our next stop is going to be our next quest that we're actually going to do. So if we go right down here, you can see an evening and Otsu. It says Lady Nene has provided a contact in southern Omi with information on the Shinbukfu. Talk to Aoi. Aoi. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. I might be wrong with that. All right, I'm going to start heading over to Aoi, and I will meet you guys when we arrive over there. All right, welcome back. And we are here now for an amazing, wonderful, beautiful, magical night here in Otsu. And we're supposed to go and talk to Omi, which is a contact that was given to us by Lady Nene. She's actually right behind us. Let's go and see what she has to say.
Naoe, over here.
That must be our contact.
Welcome to Otsu.
Thank you. Any news?
Indeed. A high-ranking member of the group you are hunting has agreed to a duel on Otsu's famous setup bridge.
What a waste. More blood spilled by pride.
Yes. The challenge was posted on the town's notice board. But I don't know when it takes place or even which duelist is our target.
So we should look around town for more.
Start on the bridge. You might discover something.
And that would make sense if the fight is going to take place on the bridge. That might be a good place for the clue.
Fujimaru! There you are. Fujimaru, come here, boy. Heel. No, Fujimaru! Get back here!
Your dog hates you! He never feeds them. I would do the same thing if I were that dog. All right, so just up on the left-hand side of the road here, there is going to be a note on the notice board. You can see it right here. If we actually stop and read this.
Honor. Duels. These samurai lords act like Chindong-ya.
And this will read Akichi Kejimitsu. It says, I have returned to claim my birthright in a duel of honor. Therefore, I challenge you to single combat for the lordship of Omi. Meet me alone on Seta Bridge if you dare. Shate. And if we continue through the town here, we're actually going to have some dialogue that comes up. So I will let these dialogue lines sort of play out, and then I will meet you guys over on the bridge.
According to Aoi, the duel will take place on Seta Bridge.
Did you hear? There's a duel on the bridge.
Yes, they say the Orokaku Lord has returned to reclaim his castle.
Like the legendary fight between Benkei and Ushiwa Kamaru. This will bring great fame to Otsu.
I wish to admire the 8 views of Omi Province. Could you direct me to Seta Bridge?
Of course, miss. Our beloved bridge is on the eastern edge of Otsu, just past the rice fields.
Tell me again, from the beginning.
It was the middle of winter. I was exploring the Suzuka foothills when a pale woman appeared. She offered to warm me up.
Yuki Onna!
Her lips were red as blood, skin white as snow. Every part of me screamed run, so I did.
Oh, one touch from Yuki Onna, and your heart would have turned to ice.
Here's the bridge. I should look around.
Why is the Akechi clan sending us home? I need to get paid.
All work on the bridge is halted until the duel is over.
Duel? What duel?
Our former lord, Shote. He has challenged Lord Mitsuhide's obnoxious nephew to single combat.
Let us find a man of low character and place some bets.
All right, and if we make our way off the side of the bridge here, there will actually be a note down here for us to read and also a place to refill all of our tools. Make sure you refill your tools. That way you got all the kunai. And then let's proceed forward.
I'll need to wait.
Says bridge notice. Artisans, all work on the bridge is halted until after tonight's duel. Violators will be fed to my hounds. Akichi Kejimitsu.
Now we play the waiting game. Must wait until nightfall.
Our warriors are in place?
Yes. He won't see us until it's too late.
My uncle will be pleased when I bring him this old fool's head. For 10 years, Oda Nobunaga tried to kill this miserable old man. I'll do it in one night.
Father, don't. It's an ambush. It has to be.
The leader of the 53 families of Koga does not walk away. Especially not here, in the lands of my youth, in the place I call home.
Ready to die, old man? Oh, what's wrong? Still composing your samurai death poem?
You are inbred whelp of a jumped-up traitor. Your clan would be nothing without the demon of a wari. Now the demon is dead, and the traitor will fall. And you die tonight.
So say you. But there are other powers in this land. The Shin Bakufu is rising!
It's him.
Woo! Woo! Bring me the old man's head! Who's that?
Sir, back to the castle.
Ambush! We're under attack! No visual. I'll get you.
Shooting at us! Run away! How dare I will cut you to pieces!
I'm here. That was an ambush, not a duel. But now we know. Akechi Kagemitsu is definitely Shinbakufu.
He ran back towards Sakamoto. Is that where he lives?
Correct. Akechi Kagemitsu holds a castle when his uncle, Lord Mitsuhide, is away.
Then we must break in and take his head.
Unless you have an army, I'd suggest a more careful approach. That old man, the other duelist, that was Shote, former daimyo of Omi. He also commands a shinobi of Koga.
Shote? Last I heard, he was defending Ishiyama Honganji from the Oda clan.
Yes. If anyone knows a secret route into Sakamoto Castle, it's him.
Where can I find him?
He fled east. The 53 families have holdings in the Shimmering Fields.
I'll find him and get his help.
Good. And I'll send Yasuke to join you.
All right. And there, that quest is now completed. An evening in Otsu. And if we actually go ahead and look at our board, we do know now that the Naginata now has a name, Akechi Kagemitsu. It says the Naginata controls Shinboku activities in southern Omi. He has been revealed to be Achi Mitsuhide's nephew, Akide Kagemitsu. And you actually see if we do defeat him, we're actually going to get a Naginata as well, which makes sense. He is the Naginata. So our next mission for this one is going to be against the Koga-ryu. The contact suggested recruiting the former daimyo, which I do believe is like a governor of Omi, to help infiltrate Sakamoto Castle, track down Shote. So our next stop is going to be there. We're going to get 1,000 XP for this one. I will leave, and I will meet you guys once we arrive.
That old man rushed by like the wind. He strongly resembled our former daimyo, Lord Yoshikata. Don't be foolish. The old lord has been on the run for 12 years. I saw torches on the hill, near the old Koga compound.
Foolish husband. That place has been abandoned for years.
It must be ghosts, or bandits, or ghosts of bandits. Those are the worst.
You can't see me! I'm an invisible shinobi from Koga, hiding in the shadows.
I'm Hattori Hanzo from Iga. I throw flower dust into the shadows. Now I see you.
No fair! Stupid Edens are rivals! They're not allowed in Koga.
Yes, they are. They can magically fly over the hills and through the air.
Mom! He's cheating again!
Kids playing Koga versus Iga. Must be getting close.
All right, welcome back. And we are now here in the Shimmering Fields at a small town called Koga. And you might have heard from some of the dialogue on the way here that this is the place of the former daimyo of Omi. And this should be actually where Shote is located. But as you get a little bit closer to the town, you can see the Koga-ryu will be discovered. So then you can always go to the map and buy that one. But there is going to be some dialogue that happens as we're making our way through the town. So I'm sort of just going to shut up and let this one play out, and I'll catch up with you guys after.
Time has not been kind to the shinobi of Koga. Still, Shote should be here.
And now there will be a codex entry up at the very top. And then there's also going to be some more dialogue before you enter into Shote's actual residence.
Idly in the dark, on a lowly hut, I sleep the time away as the seasons change. Not for heat, nor cold, are my clothes sewn. Unto a skeleton my frame has waned. Damn you, Nobunaga! Your death was mine. Akechi, you dog. You beat your master and stole my vengeance. My worthy sons are in the ground. My warriors have abandoned my banner. No one remains to hear my lamentation. Who is there? My enemies. Come and try me, Akechi dogs.
Akechi? We hunt Akechi dogs down in Iga. I wish only to speak with you.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Lord Rokkaku Yoshikata.
That name is dead. My clan is gone.
Then Shote, if you prefer. You are a brave warrior. You fought against Oda Nobunaga longer than anyone. We need your help. You fought with your shinobi in the hills. You battled beside the Ikkoiki. You held the walls at the siege of Ishiyama Honganji.
On the wrong side. We lost. My followers have drifted away like petals in the wind. And now, the great enemy is dead.
Someone is coming.
Old man of Omi, come out and die!
Faithful daughter, bring me my sword.
Warriors of the Akechi clan are here.
Shote's too drunk to fight. We need to protect him.
All right, and now we actually have a choice. Are we going to play as Yasuke or Nawe? And at this point in our playthrough, in our walkthrough, I would suggest that you do this as Nawe. Yasuke doesn't really have any good gear as of yet, so this fight can end up being pretty difficult at times. So we're going to go as Nawe.
I'll slip outside and thin out their ranks.
All right, and now we are actually right outside the back of the building. And if we use our eagle vision, we can spot that there is two guys out in the front of the building. We're actually going to use the rooftop to try and take one out really quickly with a kunai. And then we can drop down and go inside. And if you're sneaky enough, you can catch this guy off guard. All right, now that they are defeated, make sure you go back and grab your kunai from the guy over here on the left. And then on the right-hand side, there's two more people that we're actually going to go and take out. If you actually climb up on top of the rope, you can use a grapple point right here to get behind them. And we'll use a kunai to take care of him. And then if we go out on this rope, we can jump down and do an air assassination on him. Again, make sure that you go and get your kunai and get your loot along the way as well. And then if we cross over the road, there's going to be a sniper that's going to be sitting right here. And there's going to be 2 people that are left. It's going to be 2 enemies right down below us, right here and right here. And we're actually going to have to sort of finagle the guy with 4 health bars because we can't assassinate somebody with 4 health segments just yet. We're going to have to sort of do a little bit of hit and run tactics on him. But we got to get them separated. And basically, if you get close enough, they will separate on their own.
Search the ruins. I heard the old fool singing.
And this guy that actually breaks away is going to come up here. He will spot the dead body. If you lay down, we're actually going to move forward here. Huh? We should be able to get behind him here and get an assassination on him now.
Kill.
So that leaves us only the guy with 4 health segments left to go. And how we're going to do this is we're actually going to use a kunai. We're going to get rid of 1 health segment and then immediately turn around. We're going to go back inside of the building and climb out the back of the building and then up on top. And we're going to wait for him to make his way over to where we actually threw the kunai from. So you can see him right there.
Better return to the others. Make sure they are safe.
And then there is our assassination. And he's been dealt with. Now we can go back up and check on the old man and also Yasuke.
Let me die like my sons and warriors. One by one, they melted away like morning dew. Why save a wretch like me?
Enough self-pity, old man. We need your help.
For what? What can I do?
We need to break into Sakamoto Castle, but it is too well guarded.
I don't know that place. The traitor Mitsuhide built it after the Order conquered Omi.
What about your shinobi? The 53 families of Koga? Don't they know a way in? Ugh, he's useless. I always knew the shinobi of Koga lacked discipline.
Wait. There is one clan member left who can help. My daughter, Katsuhime. She has scouted Sakamoto.
Where is she?
She went to Enyakuji on Mount Hiei.
Why would she go there? Why would anyone go there? It is a place of ghosts.
To hunt our enemies. To defy me. To punish me. Wait, a moment. You two saved my life. When the time comes, I will stand with you at Sakamoto.
All right, and we're going to continue as Naue for now.
I'll head to Enyakuji and find his daughter.
Good. I will meet you at Sakamoto later.
So we have yet another ally that is going to be able to join us when we do decide to assault Sakamoto. So our next mission is to go and meet with Katsuhime, his daughter. But before we do that, we're actually going to follow. There's a little path on the side of Koga. And we're going to follow this path up. And if you follow it all the way up, you can sort of see that there's a path sort of laid out right in front of you here with some white paint on the walls. We're going to go ahead and climb up here and then proceed up the tree. There is a viewpoint behind us, but there's also going to be something else there that we're definitely going to want to get our hands on. And you can see that there is going to be wooden pegs that are sort of put into the wall. Just follow this up. Some more white paint straight ahead of us. And then you can see more of the pegs in the wall here as well. We're going to follow these up. And then we're just going to cross over by jumping to this. And the last little bit of climbing is going to get us all the way up here to the viewpoint. But before we go to the viewpoint, actually don't forget to go around the back. You can see that there is a chest here, and this is indeed going to be a legendary chest. The Graceful Crane legendary trinket. Let's go in and actually check this one out. So this one's called the Graceful Crane. It says plus 150% to stats with no weapon equipped. So that has health, crit chance, and crit damage on it. Pretty cool. Not something I will probably use most of the way through my playthrough, but I figured it was worth definitely stopping up here and grabbing since we were right by it. Then you can climb to the top of the tree. We can get our viewpoint and a beautiful look over the town of Koga. And there it is. And that is exactly where we're going to end this episode. Thank you guys so much for joining me for what I think is just such a cool quest line here. We're going to be continuing this against the Koga-ryu. We're going to be continuing this quest line in the next episode. So if you guys like this episode, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and also don't forget to click that little bell notification icon if you guys do want to be notified when episode number 12 goes live. Thank you guys so much. And as always, remember, life is short, pause, save, and I will see you in the next episode.